Jordan utilized a federal government guaranteed home loan to buy this house at an amazing price. Now he's going to renovate it in order to realize thousands of dollars in sweat equity. By his projections, he ought to make about $38,000 in sweat equity just by renovating this house he purchased at an amazing price utilizing a federal government guaranteed home loan. Stay tuned, let's see how he does.
Hi, this is Paul Rosales with Remax Realty Professionals, host of TV's The Home Show on KCTU. We're outside Jordan Nungle's home. We're going to take a look at some of the damage on the outside of the house. It's important to realize that with these types of houses, you can't purchase them under normal FHA conditions. That's why we are utilizing an FHA 203KS type loan to help Jordan not only purchase the house, but also to have funds made available through the loan in order to be able to pay for these repairs that he's going to be making. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to Jordan. He'll explain what his plans are for the house.
Well, thanks. Like I mentioned in the earlier segment, the home is only 11 years old. However, that being said, there are some issues, to say the least. First of all, as you can obviously see, some of our siding has become very rotten. You're actually not supposed to be able to pull the siding right off your house. So, as you can see, first of all, we're going to have to replace at least these bottom 3 pieces of siding, okay? And we may have to redo the sheeting behind it as well. It just depends when we start to dig into it, how bad a shape it's in, and we kind of have to go from there, make it work from there. So we may have to replace the sheeting underneath, then we're going to have to replace the siding. We're also going to have to put a metal flashing underneath, because that's how this problem starts to begin with. When a house is built, it's supposed to have a metal flashing that goes underneath any of your ledges, your windows, your garage, so that the water doesn't sit on that siding, so it'll run off. However, this house for some reason did not have it, so that's how we run into this situation. And then same type of problem over here. Once again, siding is not supposed to crumble in your hands. So, and we are definitely going to have to replace your sheeting on this side. We're going to have to replace this all the way up to about 4 or 5 from the top there. So all that's going to have to be replaced. Also, I don't know if you can see here with this tree, but some of my trim has also become rotten. So I'm going to have to replace roughly 8 pieces of trim around the house to make that structurally sound again. And obviously, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's large gaps where my siding is connecting to my trim, and all that is going to have to be recocked. The entire house is actually going to have to be recocked and repainted once I finish up with the siding. And then, if we come around this way, once again, trim's going to need to be replaced. The porch is actually in pretty good shape. The storm door has been removed. The former owners, when they left, actually took the storm door and the garage door opener. I'm not real sure what their mentality was behind that, so both of those are going to have to be replaced. As we come this way, once again, we have some siding issues here that are going to have to be replaced. Another piece of trim. And then as you make your way around, obviously, like I mentioned before, going to have to be recocked. As you can see, this gap here, it's obviously not what you want. If moisture gets in there, that's how you run into the problem like we saw at the front of the house. So the sooner I can get this recocked and repainted, the better. Then we need to get our gate fixed. And then, as you come into the backyard, stay down, you can see I should have dirt roughly 6 inches from the bottom of my siding, so I'm going to have to do a lot of dirt work to bring in the dirt to get my yard to drain properly. But as you can see, I have quite the forest back here. I'm going to have to remove some of the trees and the bamboo forest back there in the corner. That's actually where I'm going to get a lot of my dirt to bring up next to the house here. I'm basically going to pull out all the shrubs and the dirt that's left. I'm going to move up against the house to make it drain properly. Because as you can see, down along the side of the house on this end, it sits low, which means all this water sits against my house. which right now it's not a problem because the foundation's new enough, it's still okay. But you let that go on long enough and it's gonna be...
It has kind of washed out some of the dirt over here under your patio.
Yeah,
so.
and the patio you can already tell
Yeah,
where
if
it
you
started
notice
to drain. And then, I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but a lot of the paint looks almost superheated, looks hot. Now, the reason for that is when the house was built, there's supposed to be attic vents cut in, and they don't have any vents on this entire house. So I'm gonna have to replace, well, not even replace, I'm gonna have to cut in new attic vents so that my house breathes a little bit. Otherwise, your paint ends up looking splotchy and nasty like this. Let's see. Oh, I got this one locked still. I'll have to go around. Okay.